Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Carol and I'm so glad that you stopped by. So it is February and we have the holiday of love coming up, and that means chocolate. So today I'm going to share with you a delicious but easy chocolate Valentine's Day dessert. We are going to be making a Boozy chocolate cobbler. Now, if you don't want it boozy, you don't have to make it boozy, but for those of you who have been around my channel very much, you know that I love to bake and cook with liqueurs. They just add intense, amazing flavor that you can't get any other way. But the booze is completely optional, and chocolate cobbler is super easy to make. If you've never made it, I highly encourage you to give this recipe a try with or without the booze. So if you've never had chocolate cobbler, it is a super easy dessert to make. But what is so special about it is because it has that ooey gooey center, just like a chocolate lava cake. But chocolate lava cakes take a lot more work and they have to be done in individual ramekins. It can be a little bit challenging to get the center just perfect. So chocolate cobbler is a delicious way to get the same result, but with an easier method. It's basically throw it all in a pan and put it in the oven and bake it off. And at the end, you have this delicious chocolate cake with this ooey gooey chocolate center. It is so amazing and really delicious. Now, to ramp up the flavor of our chocolate cobbler, like I said, you guys know I'm extra. I'm gonna be using some espresso powder. This is also optional, but espresso powder just adds a delicious flavor to chocolate. It really enhances the flavor of chocolate, I guess is what I want to say. You could also use strong coffee instead. And then for the boozy part, if you want to use the booze, you can use Kahlua, is perfect. Creme de Cacoa is delicious. I'm going to be using both of these. But if you wanted to make it really special for Valentine's Day and you are a person who likes berries, you can use a berry flavored liqueur such as Chambord. It is a blackberry flavored liqueur. Berries are traditional at Valentine's Day as well. I thought this would be delicious in the cobbler as well. Lots of ways to do this, or you could even drizzle it with some berry compote at the end if you're going to be using the Chambord instead of just the chocolate. You could also use all three of them if you wanted to. But any chocolate flavored liqueur, any berry flavored liqueur, if you wanted the berry flavor in the background, will work. I'm gonna bring you in close and we're gonna get started. Okay guys, here we go. I have 1 cup of flour. To that, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of good cocoa powder, 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. We're gonna give that a nice mix. We're gonna whisk that all together. And then we're going to add our wet ingredients. We need 1/2 cup of milk, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 teaspoons of good vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of a chocolate liqueur. We're gonna whisk that together. And then we're gonna pour this into a prepared 2-quart casserole dish. Okay, so now we are ready for our topping. I have 1/4 cup of regular granulated sugar. To that, we're going to add 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm going to give that a whisk. Then we're going to sprinkle that on top of our cake batter. Just make sure everything's evenly coated. Okay, then I have my 1 cup of hot water. I've added 2 teaspoons of espresso powder, which is optional. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of creme de cacao. Again, more chocolate liqueur. And now we're going to pour our hot liquid on top of our cobbler. That's gonna make our ooey gooey center. Do not stir it. We're gonna stick it into a preheated 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. We want the center to be set, but still jiggly. Okay guys, we are all done. I baked my chocolate cobbler for right around 30 minutes. You want the top to be set, but it should still be fairly jiggly. All of your pudding or gooey stuff is going to be on the bottom, and then you want to let it sit for a few minutes to cool a little bit before you serve it. You definitely want to serve it warm, but it should set a little bit just so that the bottom layer the gooey part can set up just a little bit and it's not so liquidy. But I couldn't wait. I wanted to finish up my video and I wanted to show it to you. This is amazing served with vanilla ice cream on the side. Or you could do cherry cordial ice cream on the side if you wanted the little bit of red in there. Any type of berry ice cream would be fantastic with it. It's just amazing. But I wanted you to see how you have the cake. It's still hot. You can see it, the steam coming up, but see how your cake is nice and moist, and then you have all this gooey, yummy goodness on the bottom. So let's give it a taste and see how we did. It's so good, you guys. The espresso powder doesn't register as coffee. It just enhances the flavor of the chocolate. And then those liqueurs just lend this beautiful chocolate flavor in the background. It is so good. I highly encourage you to give it a try. It's so decadent. Perfect dessert for Valentine's Day. I guarantee you your loved ones are going to love it. Hope you'll give it a try. Any comments or questions? Leave them for me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time. Mwah! Happy Valentine's Day.